see me and stuff? Let me go over to the chat and stuff. How you guys doing tonight? I see Iris, I see Bernadette. Hey Norma, hey Tracy, hey Sassy. How you guys are doing? Hey Judy, how you doing? Hey Crafty Puerto Rican. How you doing, Boricua? Hope you guys are doing okay. I have been like so super busy this week. I have been wanting to do like some more tutorial videos for the channel, but I got like really sidetracked. I ended up with 60 Etsy orders this month alone, and I thought that when Father's Day was over that was gonna like be the end of it and that I'll probably have like slow orders, but they just kept coming. And on top of that, I've had a lot of the local orders as well. So I have been embroidering a lot of golf towels, a lot of blankets, and all that kind of stuff. So it's been kind of like really crazy. And I haven't really even had any like alone time. So I think what I'm probably going to do is after the happy hour today, I did promise my girlfriend Robin that I would call her because she's going to be embroidering a jacket for her niece as a gift, and I'm gonna be helping her. So I do have to get off at exactly 9 o'clock today because I want to help her with that because she has to have that jacket done tonight. So I promised her that I would video with her and walk her through that and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of like told myself Sunday is gonna be my day. I'm gonna get up early in the morning. I'm gonna go swimming. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I have to get out of this room. I really do. I got to get out because every time I've gotten out of this room, it's to go deliver packages, come back, and just keep on sewing and keep on embroidering. So anyway, enough about that and stuff. So anyway, this Friday, I wanted to talk to you guys about embroidering blankets. Now, one of the reasons why I was thinking about that is because I got my order in finally for the heirloom blankets, but I am also looking into getting some other types of blankets because I know the heirloom blankets are pretty hot right now and everybody likes them, and I like them too, but they are very thick, and I was thinking there are other blankets out there that we can embroider. That's like not the only one, right? So I wanted to like talk to you guys about that because sometimes what happens is you see that everybody like does one thing and it looks really cool and everything, but you can actually take that same concept and you can apply it to other things and stuff. So I wanted to just throw some ideas out there for you guys so you guys can think about it and then, just go out there and be adventurous, and stuff. So, and you guys know how I am. You guys know that I'm very transparent. I have no quorums of sharing ideas, sharing how to do things, and even where I get my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because some people I know they don't like to give out their vendors and everything. I don't have a problem with that. It doesn't bother me. So, I'm just gonna like just put it all out there, okay? Now, embroidering blankets is really popular, okay? There's just so many things that you can do with them, and you can do it for all different types of things. Like for instance, the those heirloom blankets that you see a lot. Now, here's one. Well, you know what? Okay. Here, let me pull the table. Okay, because I do have some blankets out. But you see that these are pretty popular, right? Like these are the quilted heirloom blankets that a lot of people have been doing, and they're pretty popular. People have been embroidering them mostly for the babies because they're mostly like they fit the crib, right? But I took one for during the Christmas holiday, and what I did was I embroidered it, and I put my mom and dad, their wedding date, and I put the whole family tree, right, with all of our names and our years on them, and that was like a really big hit. And one of the things that I kept thinking was, everyone is we love babies, and I got that. But the thing is that there's so many other uses that we can do, okay? Now, and I wanted to give you guys some ideas too, because I know a lot of people out there like doing the kids' clothing and the baby clothing. Nothing wrong with that, because, those are very popular and they do sell. But, I like to also look at the other side of things like the adults. I want to share with you guys one of the things that I am working on right now with the heirloom blanket. I recently learned that my boss has taken another position and she's going to be leaving. She has been with us for a very long time, and I'm really happy for her because it's like a really great opportunity for her to do something different and grow. Hi, Mello. How are you? So, you want to say hi? You want to say hi, Mello? You want to say hi? Okay. All right. Everybody said hi. Okay. So, anyway, one of the things that I wanted to do was I wanted to create a blanket for her. Okay. Now, I know she doesn't watch my channel and stuff. Well, I don't think she does. I hope not. But but anyway, I know this will be a really, really cool surprise for her. I started to do this, and Mello, I don't want you to get it dirty, okay? So don't go away. So, let me show you how far I have gotten and what the plan is for the rest of the blanket, okay? So, this is the blanket that I have done. I took one of the heirloom blankets. This is an all-white one. And one of the things that I did was I put United States Air Force. I put the emblem of the Air Force. I have her name, her title. This is like a little joke that we all have. And then one of the things that I plan on doing is I plan on putting all of her employees' names on the blanket. So one of the things that I did was I sent everyone a message and I said, hey, tell me what your favorite color is, because one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to embroider all the names in their favorite color. Okay, so I thought that would be something like really, really special, and it's something that she will have so that she can remember all of us back, because she has been with us for years. Okay, I was like, wow, you're finally going to venture out, So we're pretty excited for her. So I think she is really going to love that. And, it's something that I figured, these things you can either hang it in your office, sometimes, like quilts. Some people take a quilt and they'll like hang it on a wall. She can do that in her new office. She can put it in the wall and stuff. And or she could use it as a nice blanket to just cover up if she's reading or something like that. It's a nice little memory. So this is just something, little ideas that you can come up with. So if you have like somebody that's leaving at your job or going away or something like that, you can take one of those blankets and you can make it into like a little memory, of all the people that they worked with and stuff like that, and make it really special. So I know she's really gonna fall in love with this, and I'm pretty excited. Not finished yet, but I am going to, I'm still waiting for everybody's input on their favorite colors. And once I get that, I will finish that whole thing, and I'll probably videotape her opening it and stuff like that, and maybe I'll post it. She doesn't mind, I'll make sure I ask. But I was doing that today, and that's when I thought about the blankets, and I was thinking, there's just so many things you can do. People put initials on them. A lot of people like to buy little embroidery things for the babies and put the baby's names on it. Sometimes you can make it simple as just put the baby's name and the date that they were born, or the baby's name, the baptism. Sometimes you can put little embroidery designs on them, or you don't have to. I'm debating on putting embroidery designs on there. I'm thinking I'm probably just do the names and the section that we all worked in. I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet. What I plan on doing. I'll probably be play with some designs and stuff like that, because I don't want the blanket to be like real busy. I want it to be as simple and elegant, so it's something that she can really show off and stuff like that. With my mom's, I went a little crazy when I did hers. I put embroidery designs along with the names and the years, but she loves it. She loves it, and that was really like my first one. But if I had to do it all over again, I think I would have made that blanket a little more organized. I think what happened was when I made my mom's, I was a little tired, because I was like embroidering like crazy and I was trying to beat the clock because I had to get on that road, and I had still had to pack and everything and get everything in the car to drive down to Florida. So it was a lot. It really was a lot and stuff like that. So, but I know now I'm not in a rush because I don't have to give it to her for another like I think 3 weeks. So I figured this is plenty of time. So when I found out yesterday, I figured, okay, let me start on it today and work on it piece by piece. That way, it comes out and it looks really good and solid and stuff like that. So far, I think it really looks good, and I think she's really, really gonna like it and stuff. One of the things that I want to also mention to you guys is, I got pillows. One of the things that I saw when I was buying the heirloom blankets, and I bought them by the boatload. Okay, as you guys know, I showed you guys in the past that you can get these heirloom blankets pretty cheap. The only thing, the caveat with that is you get them cheap, but you have to buy the large quantity, okay? Sometimes you can see a vendor will sell like 50 at a time, which to me is not that bad because if you do 50 at a time, you guys can hear me and everything. I think you can, right? Yeah, I think you guys can. Okay, if you guys can't hear me, tell me, okay? Put it in the chat and stuff. Okay, let me see. Okay, yeah, okay, you guys can hear me. So, well, God, man, I'm having a senior moment now. Okay, what was I saying? Oh, yes, the vendors. Okay, I buy these, but I buy these by a large quantity. I usually buy them by I get like 100. Last time I think I got like 300 of them. And so like that. But the reason why I get so many is because the more you buy, the less of the price it is per blanket, okay? But to be honest, they're still really not cheap. So I actually had to pay, I think I paid like about $1,000 because I think I got all of the blankets. Well, it wasn't just blankets. I ended up getting these pillows too. Let me show you. These are, it's the same as, let me get it out of the bag because the bag with the light and everything, you get like a little shine and stuff like that. This is, you know how you have the heirloom quilted blanket? Well, now they have the scallop pillows. So what I did was I bought a couple of them because I wanted to see how it was. Because sometimes when you see them and you see the picture, you really don't really see. So I just bought like a handful of them and stuff. They're not bad. I noticed that this has the invisible zipper in the back. Okay, so it has the zipper in the back right here. And let me see. I think this zipper's stuck. Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, okay. They're not exactly very easy to open. Okay. So you see, this is the only thing because I was looking at them and I was like, because I always like to see if you can embroider something on a multi-needle machine or a single needle machine, okay? These are not good for single needle machines, okay? For the simple fact that as you can see, the way that the zipper is sewn, okay, it's like right here, right? So you could put the stuffing in, or you can probably get like pillows and maybe put it in here. But I always like to look at how would you go about embroidering this. You would probably have to, and I'm playing it right now to see, you would probably have to turn it inside out and then somehow put it on the flatbed and then just maneuver it. So it's not going to be as simple as if you were doing the baby blankets, because baby blankets are just flat. So all you have to do is just put it on the flatbed and you could go ahead and you can embroider it. As for these pillows, you're going to have to do some maneuvering. You can do it. You can definitely do it. But you're going to have to mess around with how you lay it down and everything. So that's the only thing that I say about these. So just, just so that you guys have that expectation up front, if you guys decide to go and get one of these, just know that this is how they make them. They have the little zipper in the back and stuff. And they're okay, but the thing is, you're gonna probably have to do a little bit of it's just like embroidering a onesie. If you don't get a onesie that snaps on the side, okay, and you have one that snaps like at the bottom, then you just have to like turn it inside out, and you have to like flatten it on the bed, and you just have to like kind of maneuver it. So just know that this is what you're gonna have to do if you choose to get one of these to embroider and stuff. These are not bad. They were not that expensive. I think I was able to get them for about like $7. The only thing, like I said, when you order from overseas, what happens is you have to wait about a month to a month and a half before you actually get your items. That's the only downfall. And you do have to buy the large quantity in order for you to get a reasonable price. That's the only thing, okay? So I do have them available on my Etsy shop. I didn't put the pillows up there yet because I wanted to really check them out, and I actually wanted to embroider it myself as well to see if it's really something that is worth it. I do see that other people do sell them. It is pretty. It is pretty, I will tell you. It is not as thick. That is one thing that I noticed. This is not as thick of material as it is with the heirloom blankets. It really isn't. The heirloom blankets are a lot more, thick. Okay, so I think in the heirloom blankets we have I believe they put either batting or I don't know. It feels thicker. Okay, but when I look at the pillows, they are pretty thin. So I don't have these listed in the shop yet for the simple fact that I want to try it out first because I really want to see what kind of quality it is, okay? And, and I want to see. And I want to try to embroider this on my multi-needle machine, and I also want to do this on the single needle machine just to see how it works. And then what I will do is I will videotape myself embroidering this on the single needle machine because multi-needle machines is pretty easy. You would just hoop it. It's like doing a shirt. You just hoop it and you just snap it in. But when it comes to the single needle machine, you have a flatbed, so it can get a little bit complicated. You know what I'm saying? So I really would like to do this on a single needle machine on the SC1900, so that way the folks can see how I actually hoop this, how I stabilized it, and also how I got it to sit flat on the machine as I embroider it, and then you guys can see how it came out. So I really want to see how this turns out before I start putting this on the shop and stuff like that, because I thought this would make a really cute gift too and stuff. So I said, let me get a handful of these just to see how it works, and if it comes out really nice and then people seem to really like these, then I'll go and I'll order a whole bunch more and stuff like that. I did get them in several colors to test them out. As you can see, this is the pink that I got. I got them in white as well, and I got blue, and I also got gray. Okay, and I got the blankets to match. Because I was thinking, this would be really cute. Like, you could do, like, a set, right? You could embroider the pillow cover, and then you can embroider the blanket. You can kind of, like, have, like, a baby set or whatever, or a college set, too. That's another thing, too, because I wanted to talk to you guys about the blankets, okay? Because the thing is, I know a lot of people are doing them for the babies, but I want to throw some ideas out here, okay? Grandmas, okay, abuelas out there, okay. I know my mom, she likes to have a blanket on her lap sometimes when she does her crocheting, because she likes to crochet. So sometimes she'll be watching TV and she'll, if she's too cold or something like that, she'll throw a blanket on top of her lap. If you have an abuela or a grandma, you can do a blanket, like a family blanket, like I did for my mom for Christmas, or you can do it with her name, or just do her grandchildren's names and stuff like that. The other thing, too, is the heirloom blankets are not the only blankets that you should be looking at. There's so many different other blankets out there. I've seen some other blankets that are like, I think they're like Muslim material. I think that's what it is, Muslim or Muslim. I don't know. Yeah, I think y'all kind of know what I'm talking about. I think it's MUS. Lim, something like that. Well, anyway, y'all know my English is a mess, but anyway, it's like a soft material. It's a soft cotton material, and it's a little bit thinner. It's not as thick as the baby heirlooms, but I was thinking those would be really really cute for like for adults, right, and stuff. So you know, I am going to be looking at those types, and I've even saw that sometimes you could get blankets from Amazon. I have had customers come to me because they don't want to sometimes want these quilted blankets, So look on Amazon, look for blankets, go to Walmart, get bedding, okay? You can get bedding. The bedding has the comforter, okay? You can get the comforter. You can embroider initials. You can put Mr. and Miss, the last name, on the bedding, okay? Those will make a great wedding gift and stuff like that. So just think about that kind of stuff. Let me see, college students, okay? A lot of kids graduated high school, they're off to college, they're going to be setting up in their dorms, okay? um Pillowcases, you can get twin blankets, okay? Sometimes they sell blankets at BJ's, Costco, and all that kind of stuff. Get those blankets, twin size blankets. You can put the kids initials on them, and you can dress up their dorm room. All right, you can get the pillow covers and stuff, so you can put their names on the side of it. That's another thing, another idea. I talked about the bed sets. You can put Mr. and Miss. Those make great wedding gifts. Another thing also that when I look at these baby quilted heirloom blankets, they're I know everyone's using them for the babies. I got that, but I also do use them for Mellow, okay? And sometimes, like out, Mellow, I need it, he likes, now he's got like a little kiddie pool, right? I got Mellow a kiddie pool. He likes to go out there, he likes to play. When he comes in all wet, right? So I embroidered like a little one of the blankets and stuff that I made a mistake on, and I just put his name on it and stuff, and I just use that for him to dry off his feet. You can use it as a picnic blanket, okay? Just put you can put the couple's name on the side, or put their initials and stuff like that, and they can use it as a picnic blanket. Let me see, do I have an oh no, I don't have the thing, but I did get, do I? No, I don't have it with me. But I do have, like, think about it. I mean, if you get a blanket in this color, like in all gray, right? You can use like silver thread or something like that. And let me take it out of here, because of course, you're gonna see a bunch of shine. I'll take it out of here so you guys can see it. But this is a nice gray. It's not a bad gray. It's really really nice. And I figured you can put, I have these in the blanket, and you can put like a couple's name on there and stuff like that. They can use it as a picnic blanket. I keep saying basket. Picnic blanket, okay? Well, I guess because I'm thinking maybe picnic basket, because I do, when I like to go to wineries and stuff like that. And when I go to wineries, I always have like a little basket where I put my cheese and all that kind of stuff and everything. And I do take a blanket with me also, just in case there's no seats, okay? Because I don't want to carry an umbrella chair and everything, because then next thing you know, it's like you got the bottle of wine, you got the food, the umbrella chair, you're carrying all that stuff, get all stressed, so I don't want to be stressed. I want to go there so I can relax, right? So what I usually do is I like to have a little blanket, and I'll just roll it up and I'll put it in the basket with my food. And then when I get to a winery, if I see that there's no seats or anything, then I'll just find a nice spot, and then I'll just put the blanket, on the grass and stuff like that, and I'll just sit there and chill. So that would be a good idea, little picnic blankets, so that when people go out and stuff like that, they have something, you can personalize it. It comes out really really cute and stuff. And like what I'm doing for my boss aunt, I mean, those are really really nice. I know that everybody's really gonna like that blanket, especially when I mean, I think what I really like about these blankets when you personalize them is that you can make it so personal to that person, okay? Like what I did with my mom for Christmas, I don't know if you guys had saw the video of when she opened it. And at first she saw the blanket and then she was like, oh. And then when she opened it and she saw that it was the whole entire family tree, it's like, where can you get something like that? You just can't, And I know that, at her going away, she's probably going to, Aunt's probably going to feel that way too, because she's probably going to see that. And it's something that was created with her in mind, and and with all of her employees' names on it and stuff like that. I know that's going to be very, very touching for her. So it's something that it's really, really, really precious, So when you're making these things, the blankets and stuff like that, always keep that in mind, especially if you're doing something that has a lot of details on it. And what I like too about these, that to me they're very, very easy to make, because you don't have to use cutaway, because I use tearaway. You don't have to use the special thread unless you're really using small fonts, and I doubt you would use small fonts on this, because if you use very small fonts, people really aren't going to be able to see it, right? Because you want people to see the names and stuff like that. So you're going to use larger fonts. So if you use larger fonts, you're going to be using a 40 weight thread, right? You're not going to use the 60, and you'll use your regular 7511 needle. You can use a sharp, or you can use a ballpoint. I use the ballpoint. But a sharp would work, okay, on these as well and stuff. So to me, it is very I don't use a topping on them either. I don't. So it's just something that you can always they're easy to make, and to me it's very, very, very precious and stuff. I'm gonna go down the chat because I want to see what you guys are saying, or even if you guys have ideas also. I really want this to be interactive. If you have ideas of how else you would do a blanket, right, for whatever, let me know and stuff, because like I said, I really love these Fridays, because this is, to me, it's all about sharing information and stuff. And let's see, I'm gonna go down and stuff. I see Normal. Hey, how you doing from Miami? Hey, Sassy. Hey, Iris. And so I see Tracy. Juanita's there. Hey, Robin. How are you? Hey, Judy. Hey, Eartha. How you doing? Hey, Amy. How you doing? Hey, Ofa. Joan, how are you? Mello's doing good. Hey, Miss Banks. Hey, Jean. Thumbs up, everyone. Help support you this channel. Aw, thank you, Angela. How you doing? Iris, baby. Yep. Everybody always, it's funny because the blankets, right? Which, if you think about it, it's natural. You would think about just doing the blankets for a baby, because they are crib size, right? And then that's the other thing too. Sometimes people shy away from giving these blankets to other people because of the size. They keep thinking it's crib size and stuff like that. This is another thing too that you guys should think about also. Let's say you have one of these blankets and you make a mistake. Don't throw it out. Cut it up. Cut it up. Think about it. This is quilted fabric, okay? So let's say, like this is just a sample, right? Because this was something that I was just messing around, with new fonts and stuff. And then I said, well, let me take a picture of it and let me see, if I could use it as a sample, right? But let's say I'm done. Knowing me, I'm going to do a different design. What I usually do is I'll take one blanket. And this is the other thing too. If you guys have an Etsy shop and you want to sell these blankets and stuff, this is what I would do. Take a blanket. The blanket, has all these different sizes, right? So what you do is embroider one size, fold it up so that when you take the picture, all you see is the one side that you want to show off, right? And then on the other side, do another design, okay? Don't go and take another blanket. Use the same exact blanket. Then you go ahead and you do a design here, take a picture of it, You go to the other corner, because you know there's 4 corners, so you can do 4 different designs on one blanket. After you're done with that, really you're not gonna use it anymore, because all you needed was the pictures to show it off, right? So what you can do is then you have all this space in the middle of your blanket, right? All this space in the middle. Well, cut it out. Cut it out, and you can use, it's quilted fabric. So you can use it to sew a bag, sew a makeup case, and then you can even go further, okay? When you are, you have that piece of fabric and you want to sew the makeup case, well, do initials, personalize the makeup case. You know, you can just do that, you know. You can, I mean, there's so many things, because it's fabric. You don't just take it and throw it out. Just cut the corners off. Cut the corners off, because you already took the picture, so you don't need that, right? So you just cut the corners off. You got all this in here, and you could probably make maybe, oh, I don't know, maybe two or three. You can make pencil cases. You can make a pencil case. You can make a makeup case, coin cases. You know, I mean, there's things you can make with it. It's fabric, and it's quilted fabric and stuff. I remember once, I think somebody was telling me that in Joann's, they sell quilted fabric, right? So it's like, you know, just something to think about, you know. Make the most of what you got. You know, that's what I'm trying to say, you know. Don't just take something and, you know, throw it. I mean, it's your money. You know, you paid for this, right? So if you really think about it, if you were to do what I said, right, then what happens is with one blanket, you got to do 4 different designs, create 4 listings for your shop, okay, to sell in the future, right? And you actually get to probably make pencil cases and makeup bags and all that kind of stuff and everything. And if you can sew really, really good, when you make the pencil case and you personalize it, take a picture of that. But what I would do in that situation is, if I was going to make pencil cases or makeup cases and personalize them to take it and put create a listing on my Etsy shop, then what you do in that situation is, you don't just want to take the makeup case after you're done, you take the picture, throw it away. Make it for yourself, or make it for a friend or something like that, and you gift it to them. You know, there you go. So that way you're not wasting fabric and stuff like that. So just something, you know, to think about. So, you know, because I always like to, ooh, I dropped that. Okay, because I always like to, you know, save money and all that kind of stuff and everything. So I don't want you guys to, like, you know, get something, you know, because I know that, you know, a lot of us, you know, we embroider for ourselves, we embroider for our friends and our family, but sometimes we like to embroider to make some money on the side too. So, you know, just something to think about and stuff. Let's see what else we got. Hey Carol, how you doing? Let's see. Hey girly, for real. Hola. Hey Alicia, how you doing? Hey Marlene, how you doing? Hey Chris. Way to think outside of the box. She's gonna love it. Oh, thank you. Thanks. Hey pretty eyes. Hey Shirley. Blankets gorgeous. Thank you, Robin. I think she is going to, yes, she's truly gonna enjoy. I really love the way that it came out so far. And especially the top, okay? I mean, it looks so rich, you know? That's why I was like, when it finished embroidering, and I just want to show it off again because it's just so pretty. When I started to embroider and I saw how this came out, the top, you know? When it says, oh, you guys can't see because I'm all in front. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, it just came out really, really nice. And then I put her name and all that kind of stuff. I was like, wow. When this came out, man, I was like, oh, this is nice, okay? And this is the other thing too. When I started to do this, right? And I did the Air Force military and stuff like that. you know, I was thinking about the other branches. I was like, oh my God. I was like, you know, retirement gifts. There you go. Retirement gifts. You have, if you know someone in the military, they're retiring or something like that, you know, from the Marines, the Army, Navy, Coast Guard, you know, Air Force, whatever, you know, you can do a blanket with them, you know, for them, and you can put their retirement date on there. That's another thing too. So, I mean, this came out rich. I was like, wow, I was impressed. I was impressed. I was like, wow, this really came out nice. So I know she is really going to enjoy this blanket. This is like, I think she'll probably cry too when she sees it because it really came out nice. And then I think when she sees all of our names on the bottom of it, I think that's really going to like, she's going to be like, you know, it's just, so I'm pretty, you know, I'm excited. And I think that it's really going to be nice to see her get that. So yeah, it's going to be a really, really good memory for her. It's the, hey Joe, great job. Did you have all that digitized for the blanket? It's beautiful. Hey Joan, actually no. Okay, what I did was I used Embroidery to create all the lettering on there, and I bought all the fonts. Now the fonts that I have used for this blanket, I've gotten all of it from Stitchtopia.com, and I did buy some of the fonts from Etsy. Okay, so that's how I did that. Now, as for the Air Force emblem, what I did was I just searched for Air Force emblem embroidery on Etsy, and I was able to find it. So I just downloaded it, and then I just made sure that I got the right size, you know, that I sized it correctly so that it could look nicely on the blanket. So yeah, that's how I did that. But I did not need to get any of this digitized. I was able to just create the names and everything on my own and stuff. Hey Cheryl, how are you? My customer is very happy with her blanket order for her niece. He'll be having a baby soon. Oh, Marlene, that's so cool and stuff. I'm so glad, and I could tell that you are enjoying making these blankets. And you know, I mean, they are so easy to make. They're not hard at all. I think when you're making these blankets, especially because they're flat, and you know, if you have a flatbed machine or even a multi-tool, they're very, very easy because they're flat, right? I think the pillow is what's going to be a little more complicated because there's a little maneuvering that has to go around. I don't think this is going to be as complicated on a multi-tool machine. I think it would be more on a single, which is why I actually want to do this on a single needle machine to test it out and see how I can do it. And then maybe that'll give people an idea of how to do it too. Because these are nice. But the only thing I say is they do feel thinner. They're not as thick as the blanket. So that's another reason why I actually want to try embroidering this myself. I mean, I could tell there's some type of batting in it. I could feel there's something in there, but it's not as thick as the blanket. That's the only thing. It's not as thick. So, and I don't think that'll really matter much. But one of the things that goes through my mind is puckering. Okay, because you know sometimes puckering can happen if you don't stabilize something well, and if the fabric is too thin. Okay, so that's why I really want to try it. I want to see what this would look like. I want to see if I could do like a word, some initials, and even probably do a design on it, because I want to see how the material kind of fares out whenever I'm doing it on a single needle machine. So that's the only thing. That's why I haven't really put it on my shop yet, because if I do put it on my shop, I want to make sure I put that on the description, because if people want to buy the blank for embroidery, I want to make sure that they know how to do it. Now maybe I'll put even a link on the video of me embroidering it to see, because if I do have issues, I want people to be aware of it, so that way they can just really, you know, do well, you know, with it and stuff. Hey Cheryl. Hey, Iris. Oh, we hear you. Okay, awesome, awesome. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, oh, I would like the. I like the way the scallop pillowcase looks. May be difficult with. Yes, Cheryl, and that's why I said I want to do a video on it. I think it is doable. I think it is doable. However, though, I think there's just some maneuvering that has to be that you have to do when you're holding this down. And oh, I guess Fred's in and out and stuff, or Cardio. Let me see. I do have. Do I have a hoop already? I'm trying to see if I have one already done. Yeah, I do. Okay. Let me grab a hoop here. All right. So we have this hoop right here. I just want to show you guys. And let me see. Let me move this a little bit here so you guys can see. Okay? Because this is what I'm thinking. All right? And let me move some of this stuff out of the way so you guys can kind of see. Let's see. Let me move this out of the way so we get like a little clear view here. So let me show you how I am thinking about doing this. Okay? And I know I'm a little bit cut off. But I really want you guys to see what I'm doing over there. Okay, you guys can see. All right. Here, I'll sit down right here so that way you guys can see. All right, so I'm like thinking this is, you know, the 5x7 that's on the Brother SC 1900, right? And then, of course, this is the pillowcase. Let me open it up. And I have this already stabilized. I'm just going to make believe so that you guys can kind of see what I'm thinking about. What's in my mind as I am doing this. So I'm going to open this up. Now, the way that I am thinking of doing this, and this is, yeah, okay. Let me turn this inside out. All right, and then let me show you guys what it looks like inside, okay? So this is the back of the pillow. As you can see, this is gray, right? And then the back of the pillow, it looks like there's like some kind of batting or something like that, but it seems like it seems to be like a thin batting, right? So when I look at this, I'm looking at it like, okay, let's say I want to do it in the middle. What I would do is, first of all, I would mark off what the middle is in here, okay? And then I would want the middle to be somewhere in here. Now, as you can see, I have this opening right here. So, of course, the needle is going to have to go in here. So, I'm going to have to float it, okay? This is definitely going to be something that's going to have to be floated. And then also, it is something that it's not like you're going to be able to just stick it in and walk away. Like if you were doing a dinner napkin. If you're doing a dinner napkin, it's perfectly flat. You could probably, especially if the dinner napkin is all one color, you turn it on and you could probably walk away and then come back. But with this, you're not going to be able to do that because when you have this in here, you have all this. So you're going to have your kind of your hands in here in a way so that when the machine is embroidering, you make sure that all this other material is out of the way, and then you can embroider it that way. So I'll do a video on that. What I'm probably gonna do is I'll take one and then I'll do initials on it or something, just so you guys can understand what I mean, and then see how I actually line it up. It will be either sticky stabilizer or it'll probably be well, it could be cutaway because this is not stretchy and this isn't like clothes, you know. No, it won't be cutaway. It'll be tearaway. I'm sorry, I meant tearaway because this isn't clothes, right? Because you know, I always say that if you are using clothes, that then it is really more recommended that you use cutaway. Okay, if it's not clothes, then you know, you could get away with tearaway. So I will do a video, and I'm gonna do it this weekend because I kind of want to make one for myself and stuff. And I gotta get back on the videos. It's just that the sales have been so much that I still have my old pillowcase that I need to make on my and I want to make that on the multi needle. But before that, I'm not even gonna bother with that. I'm gonna really bother with this because I really am anxious to see how this material holds up. Now, it doesn't, it doesn't feel cheap. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't feel cheap. My only concern is that it's not as thick as these, okay? These are pretty thick, all right? So the chances of you having like puckering and all that kind of stuff is probably very thin on this. However, though, because this is not as thick, that's what I'm a little bit concerned of. Okay, like what type of designs would it work? If you have something that's very dense, are you going to experience a lot of puckering? And because you have to float this, okay, like if you did this on a multi-needle machine, it'd probably be a lot easier, okay, because you would just stick the hoop in and then you just feed it into the machine and you can just move around and stuff like that. But my concern are those with the single needle machine, and I don't want folks to be left out and stuff, because I like to do videos for both. Even even though I have the big boys, I don't like to neglect the folks that have these, because the thing is, these single needle machines are very good machines. They're not bad machines. They're very good machines. A lot of people run businesses with a single needle machine, okay? Because not everybody, first of all, not everybody wants the big monster in the house, okay? Not everybody got that room or wants to give, even if they have the room, sometimes some people don't want to give it up. And the thing is, why should you give it up if you're perfect, if you can do what you need to do with a single needle? That's just me. That's just how what I say. Well, anyway. But yeah, Cheryl. So don't worry, I will do a video on how to embroider this. And I'm actually going to say how to do, I'll probably entitle it How to Do These on a Single Needle Machine. So that way the folks that have one can actually do it. I mean, they're cute. The material's not cheap or anything. My concern, like I said, is just that it's just a little bit on the thin side. It's not as thick as the other one. So I just want to make sure that it's doable and stuff like that. And I actually want to do a step-by-step video so that way people know. Okay, because especially when you're new and you have something, I don't want people to go and then buy these and then all of a sudden it's like they mess it up, because that's kind of like, that sucks. It sucks when you have a blanket, or you spend your money on a blank and you go to embroider it and then it gets all messed up because you just didn't, you missed a step or something like that. So, and, I don't want people to waste their money like that. So anyway, let's see. Where to buy okay, let's see. Where else do I have in here? Oh, thank you so much for the super chat, Marlene. I appreciate that. Where to buy if just starting and can't afford to order 100. Hey, Chris. Okay. The lowest that I've seen where you could buy them by bulk is I've seen them for 50. The only thing though, Chris, is one of the things that I notice is when you go to these websites and you're ordering these blanks, right? They have them like minimum order required to purchase, right? So like, let's say they'll say, okay, the blankets are $15, but it'll be $15 per blanket if you order 1 to 50, right? Then it'll say if you order 50 to 100, instead of paying what did I say before, 15? Okay, so if it was 15, then they'll knock down the price to $13 a blanket if you buy more. And then if you buy 1,000 blankets, like, I ain't gonna buy no 1,000 because I think my husband will kill me, because he'll be like, hey, we live here, because I'll be like, I could just see it now. If you buy like 1,000, that's when you could get these blankets for like $8 or $9. So Chris, I mean, my whole thing is, I've seen these blankets on Amazon. People are selling them for like $24, $25. I do have them on my Etsy shop. I sell them for $14.99. Believe me, I'm not really making much off these blankets, because I think when I buy them overseas, I think I'm paying like $12 and stuff, and then I have to cover with Etsy fees and all that kind of stuff. I'm really not making anything. I'm really not. But the thing is that I look at it like I need to have some in stock for myself so that if I need to make a baby blanket for someone, I can do it. And I figured, what the heck, if I can get it to somebody at a cheaper price, so that way they don't have to pay $25 for it, then they can get it off my Etsy shop, and that way they, because not everybody needs, like you said, I mean, it's not, you can't, I mean, do you need 100? Do you really need 100? Do you need 500 of these? So to me, it's like I just buy the bulk and I keep them, and at the same time, any excess, I like to just keep 5 of every color for me. Okay, but the thing is, in order to get it at a decent price, you gotta buy it at a bulk. Okay, so the smallest amount I've seen is $50, but I really recommend, because they do change their prices. Okay, sometimes their prices go up, it goes down, and there's a lot of vendors on these websites. Okay, and they compete with each other. So always just search and and see if you could find a better price. And you know what? Another option you can do, Chrissy, is you can actually email them. You can email them and say, hey, I'm interested in getting your blankets. I understand that you're selling them for $13 or $14 a blanket, and for 50, would you consider, I'm a first time buyer of your shop. Would you consider selling it to me for $12? I mean, what's the worst they can do? Say no? I mean, they've said no to me, but they might say yes to you. So it doesn't hurt to ask, So to me, I'm like, just ask. I mean, if they say no, then go, okay. Then that's the price I have to pay, then fine. But just something to think about and stuff. Jeanette, do you have the pillows for sale? Not yet, Marlene. I will be putting them on, but I want to try to test these out first, okay? Because I'm going to be honest. If I embroider this and I see that there's a lot of puckering and all that kind of stuff, I'm not going to put them on the shop, because I don't want to sell these to somebody and then you get excited, you got them, and then you're gonna embroider them, and then they come out all messy and stuff like that. So I want to do the video first of me embroidering it to make sure that it is something that's workable, especially for folks that have a single needle machine. And then once, if it comes out really nice, then I'll be like, okay, fine. Let me put the ones that I have on hand, I'll put them up on the shop. And then as time goes on, maybe I'll, and if people really like them, then I will go ahead and I'll do a bulk buy. And I'll buy a bunch more, so that way I have them handy if people want to buy them. So I mean, Money, just give me this weekend, and let me try to make sure, because like I said, I just don't want to put it out on the shop and then sell it to you guys, and then all of a sudden, then you guys are like, oh, Jeanette, this is crap, So I always like to test stuff out, okay? So, but I will definitely put it on the Facebook group and let you guys know if, when I finish the video, so that you guys can watch the video. And then I'm also going to let you know at the end of the video, okay, this is a good or this is not and stuff. So I'll just let you guys know about that. Let me see. I don't think I can wait for a product so long. Like, I want it yesterday. Hey, Iris, I know. And, I'm going to be, a lot of times what I usually do is when I see that I am starting to get low, then I'll go and then I'll say, okay, I'm going to purchase it. Okay. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't mind doing the order from there, but this is the thing that sometimes I feel a little uncomfortable with. Okay. I'm always worried. Okay. I'm always worried that, what goes through my mind is, what if I order it and something happens with the shipment and stuff, and then I'm out $1,000 or something like that. Now, it hasn't happened. Okay. There was one time though that they said they shipped something to me, and yeah, that's right, yeah, and I did not get it, but they were very good and they refunded the money. They did. I didn't have any problems, but I'm going to tell you something. It was concerning to me because I was kind of like, what the heck, are they gonna like say no, you got it or something like that, because I didn't get it, but no, they refunded the money. It wasn't a problem and stuff like that. And then the thing that goes through my mind also is, are they gonna hustle me? Because you know how like sometimes you'll order a big order, right? And then you order 200 blankets, right? Well, I actually open them and I count. Okay, did I really get 200 blankets? Okay, and I'm always, and I don't know if it's just me thinking bad or whatever and stuff, but I keep thinking to myself, I wonder if they gypped me from one or two blankets, instead of giving her 200, I'm gonna give her 198 or 197, gyp her 3 blankets and stuff like that. I always think that, so I be counting, and there have been a couple of times when my count was off, and I'm like, oh, they gypped me. And then I have my son like hold them and I count them, and then my son's like, Mom, they're right. And then I'm like, okay, all right, I just want to make sure that when I paid for 200, I got 200. So but I'm always thinking that. And the thing is I think the reason that I worry a little bit is because you're actually ordering from overseas, and it takes so long for you to get the item, and then for you to get the item and then it's wrong, then it's like, all right, so where do you go from there? Because you know how much it's gonna cost for you to like ship stuff back, and how much time if something goes wrong. So I mean, so far I have not had a bad experience. It was just that one time and they refunded all the money. But yeah, it's just something that does go through my mind sometimes, And I know that there's other websites out there. Like the one that I like to use is it's called dhgate.com. And I like them because when you're looking at the price of the item, it includes the shipping, right? So there's like, when you put it in your cart, that's how much it is with the shipping, okay? When I've looked at Alba Express or AliExpress and Alibaba or something like that.com, it's like you see the item, you see the price, you put it in the cart, and then next thing you know, it's like you got a couple of extra $100 for shipping, okay? And you're like, and then when I started to calculate, all right, I'm buying all these shirts, and then this is how much I thought I was paying, and now I got to pay all this extra shipping. So what I'll do is I'll take that extra that new total they give you with the shipping, and then I divide it by the number of shirts, and I'm like, this isn't a good sale. You know what I mean? So sometimes I didn't like that, but then when I went to dhgate.com and I ordered from there, and I see that the price is with the shipping, so I know exactly what I'm paying per shirt, per item, per whatever it is that I'm getting. So that's why I kind of like them a lot better, So anyway, yeah. So let's see, yeah, Iris. But so I totally get about the waiting. Totally get that. Looks pink. It's white. Let's see. I have. Yeah, this one is white. But the thing is, let me take it out of the bag so that you can see. It actually is white. It's not pinkish or anything like that. But it's in the plastic bag. So you know when you have something in a plastic bag and the light kind of reflects on it? Here. It's white. It is white. Well, it could be maybe my lighting or something, but it is white. It's not pink and stuff. I do have pink though. I got gray, pink, and yeah, I don't have the pink here though. Do I? No, I don't. Okay. Yeah, but I got pink, blue, and gray because I just wanted to try it, and I think I bought 10 each color. I think I got like 30 of them. I think I only got like 10 each color because I figured, let me just try it and see and stuff. So, that's let me see. I'll need to order it from you. Okay, Marley, but let me test it first, okay? Because I don't want you guys to see. How do we order blank items from you? Hey, Judy, I have the listing in my Etsy shop. Okay, now right now what I do have is I have the heirloom blanks, the blanket that I have, and I have it on my Etsy shop. The Etsy shop's name is Unique Designs and number 4 ULLC. So if you go to the video description of all my videos on YouTube, you will see the link to the Etsy shop. And if you go into the section where it has baby blankets collection, I believe that's what I call it, baby blankets collection, that is where you'll see the listing for the blank one. And that's how you can order it and stuff. Let's see. Hey, Miss Max. Oh, let's see. I think I missed you. I missed it, Miss Max. I know you wrote something. Where are you? Where are you? And stuff. Oh no. There it is. Friday night. Back from Rota and Cuss. I don't know what that is. Okay. Miss you. Oh, I missed you too. Hope you had a great weekend. I got a tea order while on the ship. Advertise yourself. There you go, Miss Max. So she was out there handing out her business cards. You go. And you know what? I ain't mad at you because last weekend on Saturday, I went to a jazz festival out in Manassas, Virginia. They had a jazz festival. And my husband approached me and said, hey, you got business cards? And I'm like, yeah. So he went over, he was at the cigar vendors booths, and he was handing out my business cards and stuff. He was like, yeah, my wife does embroidery and stuff. He was showing off my stuff. So, yes, totally agree. You have to advertise yourself. And, the local sales to me are really the best. I mean, online sales are good. They really are. But what I like about the local sales is you actually get to meet your customer face to face. You get to talk to them. You really get to know them, and I don't know. It's like you can build a relationship with them, And when you've established that, there was a happy hour a couple of months ago where I talked about the difference between providing good customer service and providing a good customer experience, So to me, it's like when you have local sales, that's when you can really build on the customer experience because that is what customers will always, always remember. Like there's like a saying, what was that saying? I remember someone said, people may forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So that's kind of very similar to what I mean when I'm talking about providing a very good customer experience. Experiences are something that people really don't forget. Like they may forget what people say and stuff like that and move on with their lives. But how you touch them and what the type of experience that they've had is something that really, really kind of stays with them. So when you are meeting with people face to face, when I do the local sales, I like to focus a lot on the experience that I have with them. I like to talk to them. I like to know what it is that they want, why they want it, what's it for. And I want them to know that I actually care about what they want me to embroider on. And I want to make sure that they understand that I really want to do a good job because I want them to really be happy when they walk out that door. And they don't forget that. They really don't. And when they have that type of an experience with you, chances are they're really going to be your walking advertisement. Because I have gotten a lot of people that have reached out to me just for the simple fact that I embroidered with someone that they met or someone that they know product. Like they'll say, oh, I was playing golf with my friend and she had her golf towel and it was just gorgeous, and she just raved about you. And I always tell you guys, remember how I always say, whatever you're working on, always tag your stuff, okay? Always make sure that you have these little tags and that you sew them on your product. You have no idea how many times people that had bought like golf towels from me, they're going out there, they're golfing, people give them compliments on the golf towels. They're like, where did you get that golf towel? Next thing you know, they're like, oh, I know it was from this lady. I don't know her. I don't remember her shop. They they tell me, they go, oh, I looked at her golf towel and your tag was on it. And then she goes and she'll take a picture of the tag, and then she'll look me up on Etsy and she'll send me an email message and all that stuff. These things work. I'm telling you, they really, really work. These are some people make their own. I usually buy them, and let me give you a close up so you can see. These are just the little tags that you can go ahead and you can sew on your stuff, okay? Like, you best believe, like on these blankets, yeah, I sew them. I put them on the edge of the corner. On my kitchen towels, I sew them on my kitchen towels too. These are like this is like another business card, okay? So, just like Miss Max, she went out there, she started advertising herself. When you create your products and you sell them, make sure that the products are top notch, and they're also your walking advertisement as well. So, this is just something to think about, and stuff. Because you know me, I like to share all the stuff. So I'm telling you, when you do the local sales, they really, really help a lot. And and people, because people do forget. They know who you are, and they know where they got the item from. But the thing is, sometimes they, think about it. A lot of times, oh, where'd you get it? Etsy. Where'd you get it? Etsy? Etsy. That's what they say. They say Etsy. They don't say, they go, oh, it's a shop from Etsy. But they don't really remember the name of the shop. But a lot of people have told me, oh, I looked behind the golf towel, or the lady was able to look behind the golf towel and she saw the tag, and I took the picture of the tag, and that's how I found you. So I always get that all the time. So yes, be your walking advertisement, and make sure that when you meet with the customers, and stuff like that, and you create your products and stuff, make sure those products are walking advertisements for you too. So just something to think about. Just something to think about and stuff. Let's see. Hey, Moonlight White, how you doing? Love you too, girl. Or guy. Because, embroidery and sewing is not just for women, I mean, we got guys out there that love to do digitizing and love to do embroidering too. So hey, PMS Lewis, how you doing? Yep, Miss Max is back. Okay, those blankets make a great wedding gift. You can put you can put the yes, Joan, I totally agree. And you can put their wedding date on there. And like I said, a lot of times, some people are like, oh, but they're crib size. Yeah, they're crib size, but you know what? The crib size, sometimes people make these quilts, right? They spend a lot of time making the quilts with the different shapes and everything like that. And a lot of times what they do is they'll hang them on walls. They actually hang them on walls. So if you create something beautiful, like I was even thinking about, like this thing that I'm making for my boss right now, she could probably hang that in her new office, or on her wall at home and stuff like that. A lot of times people take blankets and they do hang them. So, yeah, you gotta just get creative with the blankets and stuff. Let's see. Hey, Karen, how are you? Would be great. Yep, for a child's baptism. And and the other thing too, like I said, these Herman blankets are really, really good. But I am going to start looking at other types of blankets as well. Okay, because I'm going to see, because I want to look for a more economical, because these can get pricey. These blankets can get pretty pricey. So I'm trying to see like what other blankets are out there that would really be just as cute for embroidery, not just for babies, for adults and occasions and stuff like that. So that way we have better choices, you know, because not everybody wants that thick quilt blanket. Sometimes some people like something a little thinner, a little lighter, and stuff like that. So I'm going to be looking at a bunch of other different options and stuff like that. I've already got a couple in mind that I'm looking at, and I want to buy some samples just to see. So, you know, and I did order a sample of one, and I think it's called Muslim or Muslim something type, and it has like little ridges on the side of it. It came out, it looks cute. Looks, well, the picture looks cute. Okay, what I'm gonna get when, let's see. Okay, so you know, and I didn't buy a lot. I just bought like 5. I just bought one of each color just so I could take a look at it, so I could feel it, and I can do some embroidery on it just to see. And if it's really nice, then I'll be like, okay, I'm going to buy them in bulk, and I'll add them to the shop. You know, but like I said, I do want to offer a variety of different blankets with different textures and stuff like that. So 4 corners and the middle. Yeah, I've been searching for lightweight. Yes, that could use for. Yes, Sassy, and that's, yeah, and that's the ones that I'm talking about. The ones that I literally just placed the order today. They say that I should get them by July, by next month. Those are supposed to be more lightweight. These are heavyweight. These are a little heavy. What you really think about it? I mean, you know, if they're heavy, that means that they're going to last a very long time. And so lightweight, I'm hoping that they last a long time too, but I don't know. We'll see. And stuff. But that's why I only ordered about a handful. I only got like 5 of them because I just want to see what it's like and stuff. And if it comes out really good, then I'll be like, oh, I'll show you guys, and I'll be like, what do you guys think? You know, and we'll go from there. Hey, Juanita, I get baby flannel blankets and crochet the borders and then personalize them with an embroidery design. I did them for my grandkids. Yep, and I think Evelyn, I think, does that too and stuff. I think she has done a couple of them, and they're pretty. They're very pretty too. And so, you know, you guys can make your own blankets too if you really think about it. You could buy I think they have, you know, you could buy like 2, you know, the sheets, the flannel and stuff like that. You could buy them by the yard. You can cut them up. You can sew the 2 pieces together, you know, just embroider one piece and then sew the 2 pieces together, turn them inside out, and then just sew the edges. So you can actually make your own blanket. You don't really have to buy the blanket and stuff. But what I'm trying to do is if I can get the blanket as, you know, not, you know, around the same price as the fabric, I kind of am going to look at it, to me, I would look at it as, okay, then I'm saving a lot of time if the blanket's already made, okay? Now, the only thing, though, is if you make your own blanket, then what you can do is you embroider one side, and then when you turn it inside out, you don't have the backing of the embroidery showing on the back of the blanket because you turn it inside out, so the backing of the embroidery is going to be inside the blanket, and you sew the edging, right? That is the benefit of making your own blanket, is that you don't have that. Like, for instance, like with these, you know, the blanket's already made, right? So you go ahead and you embroider it. So if you look at behind, you see the back of that. So if you make your own, you know, you have 2 pieces. You're just going to embroider the one piece, and then you put them together. You sew, turn it inside out, and then this would be inside the blanket, you know, and stuff. So, you know, if that's really, really important, then I would say, yeah, then you would probably want to just sew your own blanket. And the benefit of sewing your own blanket, too, is you actually get to pick the fabric that you want. That's another thing, too, that you could think about. Receiving blankets from lightweight material. Yeah, and that's the thing too. Receiving blankets are usually supposed to be lightweight. And so, and you know, I still have the blankets from when I brought Carlito home from the hospital. I kept all of them, you know, and stuff. I gotta feel it, you know, I have like a little trunk and I have his first shoes, his first tooth, his first hair from when they cut his hair. Um, and stuff. I mean, you know, when I pass and he opens that trunk, he's gonna be like, Jesus, Ma kept everything. I even got his first award, everything, everything. I have all this stuff, his drawings from school and all that kind of stuff. I think us mothers just do that, you know, and stuff. Let me see. Let's see. Hey Yvette, how you doing? In the hoop projects. I have to get in that. Miss Banks keeps getting on me on that, and I have not gotten into that yet and stuff. If they were plain and cream color. What stabilizer do you use, and what does the back look like? Hey Marsha, with these, okay, well, with this one I had used a cutaway, but usually what you should do, what I did with this one is I use tearaway, okay? And let me show you the back. I can show you the back. I mean, the back, of course, you're going to see the back of the embroidery, okay? You know, you do see the back. All right, this is what the back looks like. Now, what you can do if you want, if you have a heat press, you can, and I'll probably do that, put Tender Touch over it so that it can hide the backing a little better. Okay, give it a more cleaner look. The thing is, though, whenever I do my cloud cover and stuff to hide all of the backing, I like to use the heat press, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because the heat press will always have the correct temperature and the correct pressure. So when you are done putting the heat press with the Tender Touch, it kind of feels like the Tender Touch becomes one with your fabric. I have some folks have reached out to me where they had used an iron to put cloud cover or Tender Touch over the backing of the embroidery. What will happen is that sometimes when you wash it, it might come off and stuff like that. I have not had that issue by using a heat press. So you know, I would, you know, because this is not stretchy fabric, you should be fine using tearaway, okay? And as you can see, the backing, you know, if it's really important and you don't want them to see all that behind the embroidery stuff, then just use Tender Touch. Put Tender Touch over it and stuff, and it'll be fine. But a lot of times people really don't mind. I know with my mom, she didn't care, because she just likes to lay it on her bed. That's her thing. So, you know, and I'm not sure if Ann would mind either, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna probably do it on hers as well and stuff when I'm done and everything. So, Marsha, I hope that helped a little. Hey Neil, that is good. Oh, thank you. Hey Mary, how you doing? I've learned so much from you. Oh, I'm glad. And stuff. Have fun. Most importantly, have fun with all the sewing and all the embroidery, and embrace your mistakes. Embrace them. I make them too. You know, we all make mistakes. It's not a big deal. And stuff. Hey Black Doll Shirley. Hello, I'm so happy to see that you have the blankets. And you know, that's what I have been waiting on. Need the pillow to match. Okay, I have 6 needle waiting for you to do a video on the pillow. Okay, cool. Let me test those pillows out first though, okay? Because we want to make sure that they're quality, okay? And stuff. But like I said, once we look at that pillow, it'll be fine. And I noticed you said you have a 6 needle. When I do the video, I am going to embroider this on the single needle, okay? But when I do the video, I will show you how you would go about hooping it so that you can put it in a multi-needle machine. Okay, I won't embroider it on the multi-needle machine because it's, once you have it in, you're good to go and you can just do your thing. But a lot of times it's really the hooping process that gets a lot of people stuck. Okay, and a lot of people get stuck of it usually on the single needle because it can get a little complicated because you're working on a flatbed. A lot of times, when you're doing multi-needle, it's a little easier because instead of a flatbed, you have like that arm and stuff. So it makes it a little more roomy for you to go ahead and embroider and stuff. But I'm going to demonstrate the hooping method for both. And then we're going to hit that, the SC 1900, and we're going to embroider that. We're going to see how that comes out. So hopefully it comes out really, really nice. Oh, it is past 9. Oh my God, I'm supposed to help Robin. Okay, I'm going to try to go through these comments real quick, guys. And I promised Robin that I was going to call her so I could help her with her jacket and stuff. And I'm sure she's probably like, that girl keeps talking, So, hey, Jill. I have stitched on those pillow shams and they stitched out great. Oh, Joan, thanks. You won't have any problems. I used my mighty hoop and everything went well. Okay, cool. I really do. Thank you so much. That is good to hear. But I want to try it on the single needle because I know that's going to help a lot of people and stuff like that. So, okay, awesome. But I'm glad to know that you didn't have any issues. So I agree. If you didn't have any issues stitching these out, we shouldn't have any issues on the single needle either. But at least I'll do the video so that people that are new can learn exactly how to hoop it on a single needle and all that kind of stuff and everything. But Joni, thank you so much for letting me know. I appreciate that and stuff. Hey McQueen, how you doing? Hey Alice, can you give us a link to where to get the Embroidered blankets and pillowcases, please? Okay, I will. What I will do is in here, I'm going to type the name of the shop. Signs for You LLC. Okay, I just put that in there. If you look that up in Etsy, okay, you will see that in my shop, okay, and stuff. You're gonna see, look under baby blank. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. Oops, manga. I will tell you right now where it is. I think I forgot the section that I have it under and stuff. I will let you guys know right now. If you look in there. Now I don't have the pillows up there yet, okay? I just have the baby blankets. That's all I have right now because I want to, like I said before, let me stitch on that first. Okay. It's under baby blanket collection. Okay. Under baby blanket collection. Just if you copy and paste what I put in the chat, that's the name of my Etsy shop. And then if you go on the left hand side and you see baby blanket collection, you'll see that, and it is the top listing there, and you'll see like the blue and the pink blanket, but I do have options to get gray and the white. And if you have any problems, I always tell people, just message me and I got you, okay, and stuff. Marlene will tell you because she messages me all the time. It's not a problem. I'll help you guys out to get what you need and stuff like that. So yeah, let's see. So Alice, yeah, so that, let me know if and also if you're not, if you guys are not part of our Facebook group and stuff, I have a Facebook group that's called Embroidery Happy Hour Adventures. Join that group also, because I also put links of stuff that that I find, like if lately I'm going to be switching threads, not for embroidery because I love my sim thread, I love my brother, I love my Madeira and all that kind of stuff. My sewing thread, someone told me try ginger, I think it's Gutterman sewing thread. I have been buying thread, and I haven't really been, I've been buying, you try to buy the stuff, that's economical, right? But the thread has a lot of lint, and someone told me to use Gutterman. I think it's called Gutterman, something like that. Gutterman sewing thread. So I found it on Amazon where they sell it by a pack. I should be getting it this weekend and stuff. I'll give it a shot. I'll even do a video as I'm trying it out and stuff because I'm trying to look for really good sewing thread. I don't want sewing thread's gonna rob me, and stuff, but I want something that is reasonably priced, good quality. So that's what I heard. So we'll see if that works really good. Because I noticed that the cheap thread that I've been buying, it really gives off a lot of lint. So last week I was talking about threads, and I kind of was holding on the thread, and I kind of snapped it. Some of my thread broke and all that kind of stuff. But somebody wrote to me and said to give I think it's Gutterman, a try. I know I've seen that thread in Joann's. I've seen them in Hobby Lobby, but I never picked up a spool of it. So I saw them on Amazon, and it had I think it was a kit, and I believe, if memory serves me correctly, I believe there's 12, and they have different colors in there. So I figured, you know what, let me just give it a shot, because I went out and I bought those cheap ones, and stuff. But I want to do a comparison, and I want to see how it works and stuff. So I don't know. I'll let you guys know how it works and stuff, because when I get them, I'll definitely do a video of me trying it out, opening it up and trying it out and stuff, and even comparing it with the threads that I have on hand, so that you guys can see, okay, and stuff. So let's see. Can you just unstitch a seam, lay it flat, embroider it, then sew it back together? Hey, Miss Treasure, you know what? I was looking, I wouldn't do it. You know why? Because you can mess it up. Because I was looking at that too. Because I was thinking, oh, can I just undo all this? First of all, this is kind of double sewn. Here, let me open it up so you guys can see the inside. That's why it's if it's something simple that you could sew it back together pretty good, then I would say okay. But no, it's okay. No, I went, first of all, the zipper, the way that is sewn right here. See, it's not, you would have to destroy the zipper, right? And then you don't want to ruin the zipper, because they kind of sew it in a square like this right here, right? So you would have to undo all this. And then when I turned it inside out and I looked at it, I'm you could kind of tell, I guess you could kind of tell on this edging that it's not two pieces of fabric. There's no raw edges in here. That's the thing. Okay, because when you turn it inside out, you don't see the raw edges. Here, I'll show you. Let me do the whole thing inside out, and you're gonna see. So, but if you really think about it, if you don't see any raw edges, that means they really did a good job in the sewing the stuff, because then you don't want to have all that raw edge coming out. But see how this is sewn together? So I think what they did, and I think if memory serves correctly, I think this is called a French seam, which means that they sew it one way, they turn it inside out, and then they sew it on top, and then turn it inside out again. So that way, you don't see the raw edges inside, and you don't see the raw edges outside. So it's like a French, they call it a French French seam. Seam or steam. Y'all know what I'm talking. The French stitch, thing. So you don't see the raw edges inside, and you don't see the raw edges outside. So Treasure, I wouldn't undo it unless you're really good. If you're really good at taking it apart and knowing how to put it back together, then hey, do it. I'm not. I'm not that good. I'll jack it up. Let me tell you, I'll jack it up. I will undo it, and when I sew it back together, this will probably never, it won't be a square again. It'll be some other shape, you know? And people will be like, it used to be a pillow, you know? So me personally, I wouldn't do it. I'm not that good at it and stuff for me to do it. How you attach the crocheting on the sides, but it's really cute. I think they just sew it, Judy. I'm not sure. I don't know. I think they're sewing. That's what I'm guessing too. Can you also use the fast frames? Yes, you can. You can use the fast frames on these, and you can also use the fast frame on the blanket too, and stuff. Now I use the mighty hoops on the blanket, and I'm gonna try hooping this with the mighty hoop, and I think you can. I think you can use a mighty hoop, or you can use a fast frame. You can. But if you use the fast frame, I would say use the sticky stabilizer. The only thing with the sticky stabilizer though, Marlene, is that sometimes the sticky stabilizer is so sticky that it's hard to get it off the back and stuff. That's the only thing I say and stuff. Let's see. And Marlene, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. I really do and stuff. Hey Tara, how you doing? I enjoy watching you. You're so down to earth information. Thank you and stuff. I like helping people. I do. I like helping people and stuff. You know, it's and I don't like to hide stuff, you know, and stuff. We're here to help each other, right? And stuff. Remember to give. Oh, thank you, Panina. Yeah, give me a thumbs up, Ozzy. I've been loving your shirts. I'm late. Oh, that's okay. That's okay and stuff. I don't know if you guys saw, but Ozzy made his he made shirts, and he did like for the Pride. Came out so cute. I love his shirts and stuff. He rocks his shirts. He knows how to make his shirts. He's really, really good. Hey Eve, how you doing, hon? How are you? And I don't know if you guys know Baby Booty. She got her own channel, so you gotta subscribe to her channel too, because I love her. She's the one that actually taught me embroidery. Watching her, I was watching her with her 4x4 machine, and I was like, I want to do that. Then I saw the video, and then she said, what was it? In one of the videos, she was talking about all the things that people that are doing embroidery, they need to know. And she was like, embroidery's not cheap. And I was like, okay, I gotta save my pennies for this. And she was right. So she was so right and stuff. Can we can do a thing where several of us go in with you, buy 1,000, and then 10 people go in, and we each get 100. Hey, Allison, that's not a bad idea. And so, and I think Eve from the Baby Booty, I think she does that. Eve, I think you do. I think you've done that with your rhinestones and stuff, where you've made the bulk buy. I don't mind doing that, Allison. Let me look into that and stuff, because the thing is, these blankets, I know when I go online and I look, it's like sometimes I know we can get them for like, I think it's like $8 to $7 but you have to buy 1,000 or more, right? And I don't need about. First of all, I'll be like, oh my god, like, I mean, I could get them in here, but then my whole thing is I would have to get them out, because I know Fred would have a cow, because he would be like, what the heck is going on with all these blankets? You know what I mean? So Allison, thanks for the idea. I'm going to look into it and see how we can do something like this and stuff. Hey Eartha, what's the name of your, so we could get, I put the name of my Etsy shop on the chat. I hope you guys saw it and stuff. There it is. I did. I put it on there. So that way you guys know exactly where I got it and stuff. Oh my, I'm trying to go through all these things, because I know Robin's going to kill me and stuff, because she's going to be like, she said she's going to help me with my jacket, and I will help. I'll call. She'll be up and stuff. I embroidered the blankets to sell, but I just get mine as if they were on sale from local stores. And you know, hey motherland moms, see, I cannot find these blankets anywhere locally. So I always end up buying them um from that wholesale website and stuff. Now, I have seen them on Amazon, but it's like they want like $25. I've seen it for like $24.99 for one blanket. And this is the thing too. When you are spending a lot of money on your blanks, right? And you're trying to sell items, you're gonna have to up the price. And my thing is, the cheaper, the and I don't want to say cheap, because it's not like you want to get cheap stuff. But the thing is, the lower, the less you can spend on your blanks, the better price that you can offer your customers. That's how I see it. So that's why I actually try to get mine from the wholesale website, because I know that I can offer a better price for the item and stuff like that. So that's why I do it. I wish that I could find somewhere locally by me that has that has the blankets and would sell it at a reasonable price and stuff. Jeanette, that's an excellent idea to double the flap. Yep, after embroidery. Yeah, just that way the back of your embroidery, Juanita, is inside the blanket. And then think about it, you don't even have to use tender touch either, because they don't see it. They don't see it, so you save on your tender touch and stuff. The only downside that I see in creating your own blanket that way is just the time. You just have to have more time. And and you got to know how to sew straight, okay? I'm not a great sewer in sewing straight. I have to use a sewing guide, and I have to go slow. If not, like I said, the pillow. If like I was telling Treasure, if I go ahead and resew this pillow together, I mean it was square, but I don't know what you're gonna get at the end. Okay, so the same thing, that you would just have to. For me, I would have to go slow and all that kind of stuff. But you can do that, and you save on the tender touch. You don't have to put the tender touch in the back and stuff. Let me see. I bought a riser, which helps. I have a riser too, Yvette. This is the only thing that I do notice with the riser, though. Even though the riser ups your machine and it gives you that space underneath the machine, you have to look at how long the arm on your flatbed is. And if you don't have an item that is long enough that goes all the way around that arm on your flatbed, then the riser isn't really going to help much. That is the one thing that I noticed, Yvette, with my riser, is that I have to make sure that if I use that I can use that with big tote bags, or like big shirts, right? So if I have like a little kid's shirt that's like a size 6 or 8 and stuff like that, I'm not going to be able to fit it, because on the SC 1900, the arm on the flatbed is kind of long, so your shirt has to be able to fit through all that and go under the machine. So that's the only one thing that I found with the riser, is that it's just for certain sizes and certain items that are kind of small in nature or medium size in nature, the riser really doesn't help much. You're still going to be stuck with just floating the item. That's the only thing that I've seen with the thing. And I think I accidentally went over some people and stuff. Hey Jill, how are you? That's it. Yeah, Jill, thank you. Yeah, I always say heirloom, but it's heirloom. Thank you. Yes, heirloom. And so several people have reached out and was like, but y'all know my Spanglish. I'm a mess. When it comes to certain things, I'm a mess and stuff. Let's see. You had the pink one when you were first showing. I did. Yeah, this is pink. This is pink. And then I have the white. Where did I put the white? Here it is. This is the white. There you go. Yeah, and it's cute. they're cute, but like I said, I do want to embroider on it first, and maybe I'll do a white one. I'll do a white one for me and stuff. But I still have to do the one from my bedroom, the one that I jacked up and everything. And then I had to do. Thank God for my Peggy erase. I'm telling you, man, that thing is like. That's why I have two of them, because I have a wireless one, and if I mess up, and then I have to charge my wireless one, then I'll have my wireless one charging while I use the one that has the wire in it, and stuff. So it's kind of funny because my husband's like, "You got two?" And I'm like, "I use them both. I really do." Because one thing with embroidery, when you mess up, sometimes those mess ups can be really, really like bad mess ups and stuff. So yeah. Where do you get your tags from? Hey Black Dot. If you go to my Amazon, I have an Amazon storefront. Usually they're on the links of my video description. I do have the tags there, okay? To me, some people make their own, but for me, I just find that it's just, they're pretty inexpensive. They're not that expensive where, to me, I feel like you just save more time if you just go ahead and you pay. I usually buy them by the huge bulk. I would say do that unless, you're really not sure about what, if you're going to change the name of your business or something like that, then I would say that's when you just go ahead and just buy like 20 or 30. Don't go ahead and buy a lot. But if you know for sure that this is going to be the name of your shop and that's it and whatever, then I say go ahead and buy the big bulk, because that way you have them for quite some time. I buy mine, like, I think I put big orders for like, I think I only do them once a year. I think the last time, I think it was been a year. I gotta check Amazon to see when was the last time I purchased it. I remember when I was first buying the labels, I was just buying about like 50 at a time. But I think the last time I just said, okay, then let me just buy 800, or I think I bought 1,000. I'm not sure. But I put them on everything. And I'm telling you, I tell people all the time, that's the best thing you can do, because that's your walking advertisement. You should always have your little business cards. So like when we went to the jazz festival, my husband asked for the business. I didn't know what he was doing, but before you know it, when I got up, people were approaching me. They were like, "Oh, you're the embroidery lady," and I'm kind of like, "Yeah, I do embroidery." And then they were like, "Yeah, I was talking to your husband over there," because he likes to smoke his cigars. So he was out there, and I guess what happened was he saw some embroidery work, and he was like, "Oh, my wife does that." And the next thing you know, it started off a big conversation, and he came in, he got my business card, he was just all over the place. So I was just like, okay, so yeah, but I get mine from Amazon, and I get them pretty quick, and they don't cost that much. They really don't cost that much, Marsha. So but if you go to my Amazon storefront, on the video descriptions, if you go to the videos on my YouTube channel, you'll see I have an Amazon storefront. All the stuff that I use and stuff, and that you see that I use in my videos and stuff, if I use it, I usually always put it in the storefront, so that way you guys can always go in there and see and stuff like that, and the thing is, I tell people, just go in there, just check out what I got, and you don't have to get the same one, because sometimes it's just what I got at that time, right? Sometimes you can end up, you look at what I got, you can see the description and stuff like that, and then go on Amazon. And then, sometimes you could find another vendor that is on Amazon that's selling these tags too, and maybe they're cheaper, or maybe they're cuter or something like that. So, but I would just use that as a starting point, just so that you can get an idea of some of the things that I got, and some of the things that I use, and then you can just like build your stuff, and that way you can, do your thing, Let me see. Let's see. These baby quilt. Yep, laptop. um lap quilts. Yes, Yvette, they're usually called. I embroider blankets too to sell, but I just as I get mine, they're on. Oh, motherland, motherland moms. Yeah, I read that already. I get everything from my baby girl. She's almost 17. Oh, okay. Let's see. I think I'm double reading the things. Let me see. This is my first time here. Hey, Marcia. Nice to meet you too. Welcome and stuff. And I hope I just see every Friday 8 o'clock. Every Friday 8 o'clock. And then we have a Facebook group too. So join the Facebook group also, because if you need help with anything, or you got a project you want to show it off, girl. Show it off, and stuff. Cause we always like helping each other and all that kind of stuff. So let me see. Waka is a good place to buy. Oh, I have to look that up. I have never heard of that store, Marsha. I would have to definitely check it out. Because what I did was I just like typed it on Amazon and I saw a kit. And if I remember correctly, it was like, I think it was like $24.99, but it was a kit of like 12 and it was different colors. And I know that if I go to Joann's, you can get the spools. And I think they might have them for maybe like $3 or $4, something like that. But what I was thinking was $3 or $4. They may not have all the colors that was in that box. But I figured, all right, $25. I'll let me buy it and try it and then see. And I'll do a video of me opening it up and even giving it a shot. And I'll even I'll sew it on my Juki, because I have a Juki quilting machine. So I'll do it on that. But my whole thing is just the of the cheap threads, that I got. They really do let out a lot of lint when I'm sewing. And I'm kind of like, cheap threads, sometimes when you're sewing, like when you do little coin cases and stuff like that, you can kind of tell that it's cheap thread. You can kind of tell because, it's kind of fuzzy and all that kind of stuff. So I want something that really looks clean and good. You know what I mean? And, and then I was thinking too is, I sew something for a friend, like little coin case, and then I could just imagine the cheap thread breaks and their coins falling all over the place. They'd be like, hey, Jeanette made this. I always have those thoughts. So that's why I'm kind of like, I got to up my game on the thread, okay? I can't be doing the cheap thread no more. So that's why I was asking around to go, hey, what do you guys use for the sewing? Because last week I was showing you guys my thread and they were like breaking all over the place. So I'm like, okay. So, but everybody seems to really say good things about the Gutterman brand. That's what a lot of people says that. And Marlene, and she talks about the Coates and Clark, and I've heard good things about that one too. The Coates and Clark, if I remember correct, that is what I've been using for my serger thread, but my serger thread's been kind of linty too. But I think it's supposed to be like that. I'm not sure, because all the serger thread that I'm finding is kind of like that. I did see a website that had she's texting me, test run on scrap. Okay, she's doing a test run on scrap. So I have seen a website that has like a bunch of serger threads, and they're selling them in sets of 4, and they're different colors, right? Now I will say, I got, you get that thread. Oh, she's texting me and stuff. Okay, I am gonna have to go and help her, because she's gonna be mad at me. Okay, so she gonna be like, girl. But anyway, I saw all those threads, right? And they had all these beautiful colors. Now, you get that itch, like you see all these threads, you see these beautiful colors, and you're like, oh, I want this one, this one, this one, this one. So I was like putting them in the cart, but then I said, okay, I just shut down the computer, because I was like, okay, Jeanette, do you really need pink serger thread? Do you really need blue serger thread? Because if you really think about it, but I was kind of convincing myself, because I was thinking, oh, well, I'm doing those reusable unpapered towels, and sometimes you could use the serger thread on the edges. So I was like thinking, oh, it'd be cute to have nice color on the edges, but then I stopped myself because you can convince yourself that you need something when at times sometimes you really don't. So I think that's what I was doing. So I had to stop myself on that, and stuff. How big is the zipper opening? It's really not okay, the zipper opening on this, it's oh, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, thank you, Yvette. And I think somebody else put something in there too. Oh, Yvette, super. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. This is the thing. The zipper opening, it is pretty big. Okay, let me go back a little bit. I'm gonna open it all the way up and show you, because I know Robin's doing she's doing a test stitch and stuff. And okay, so all right, so this is how big it is. Okay, so this will give you an idea. Okay, so this is the whole pillow, right? And I don't have a ruler handy. I don't have the measuring tape. It's back there. But this is how big it is, okay? And then as you can see right here, the way that they sewed this zipper, okay, they have like this little like thing right here, so you could tell this is like the beginning of the zipper right here, and then it goes all the way to this end right here. So as you can see, they kind of like close this up right here, okay? So I mean, I think this is enough space that you could actually buy a small pillow and put the pillow in, okay? Which, if you think about, if you can, and you could probably go to Walmart. You can probably get a Walmart and you get those insert pillows. They're probably dirt cheap. They probably don't cost that much. And you can go ahead and you can put them in here. I wouldn't do the polyfill for the simple fact that will probably cost you more than if you were to go out and buy a filler pillow. I believe that would be cheaper. So price them both, okay? Price them both and stuff. Because the thing with the polyfill is okay, but sometimes it can be a little deceiving, because there have been times when I buy like a 5-pound bag or whatever, those big bags, and I'll be stuffing it. Before you know it, I'm kind of like, ooh, that's a lot of polyfill that went in there, when I could have just went and got a pillow and just put it in there. And then if I had too much extra space, then just fill the rest up with polyfill or something like that. That's how I saw it. Ooh, not sure I like the font. Going to work on design and stitch out tomorrow morning. Oh, okay. Well, guys, I better go, because it looks like she got me. She doesn't like the font, and and she didn't send me a picture. Oh, did she? I'm sorry. Hold on. It's cute. Okay, I think she's being too hard on herself. Because you know how we are, us crafters, when we're embroidering and all that kind of stuff, we are sometimes our worst enemies. Because, let me just tell her, it's cute. Oh, I don't know what is going on. It's cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, she's gonna wait last minute to do this, and then she's gonna be stressed. It's cute. I don't know. She's doing a nurse thing. Look at this. Isn't that cute? I think it's cute. I think it's cute. She probably doesn't like the font or something. Oh, she just sent me the thing. Look that cute. Now I don't know what that is. Is that topping? I gotta call her. She was supposed to get clear topping, water soluble topping. I think she got the wrong thing. Okay. I'll get her straight and stuff. Let me see. Hit the like button. Oh, Jordan, thank you. Yes, please hit the like button if you like today's video and stuff. And guys, I am going to have to go. I really have to help Robin out with her jacket and stuff. Let me see. Yeah, and I think, did I get everything? Did I get everybody's thing? I cannot use the cheap threads on my brother's luminaire. You know, Marsha, yeah, and you know what? I'm just gonna have to get away from those cheap threads and stuff. And you know, it's funny how sometimes people say you think you're saving money, and then sometimes you're really not. So you got to find that middle ground. And I think that's what it is. I have to find the middle ground when it comes to the sewing thread. I do really good with the embroidery thread, but I don't want to use embroidery thread as sewing thread. I want my embroidery thread to be for the embroidery because embroidery thread is not cheap. It really, really isn't. Guys, thank you so much for the support tonight. I really, really appreciate everything and stuff like that. Thank you so much for all the super chats and everything. You guys are like so awesome. I really do enjoy these Fridays. I really do. I really like it and stuff. And I'm so sorry that I did not post anything this week on the videos. I got so like busy with all the orders and everything like that. But I am going to do this weekend for sure, because I definitely do want to do a video, especially for the folks that have the single needle machines, because I really want folks to get the most out of these single needle machines and stuff, because they're great machines. They really truly are. Sometimes I think they get kind of like neglected, because everybody's like, oh, they get the single needle machine, then they say, oh no, after like a couple of months they go, I need to get big. It's not really true. You don't really need a big machine. I mean, they're nice, but there's a lot of things you can do with the small machines. They really, really can. So I just really want to do a couple of more videos on the small machines, so that way people can really appreciate, the value of what those machines have. Because believe it or not, even though I have the multi-needle machines, I still use that baby over there. I still use it. Okay, so guys, love you guys all. Please be safe. Enjoy your machines. Enjoy the embroidery. If you are new, welcome, and I hope you consider subscribing to the channel. Hope you liked today's show. You give me a thumbs up, and please consider joining our Facebook group. It's called Embroidery Happy Hour Adventures. It's a great place for everybody to share information, show your projects, and even if you need help, if you get stuck on something and everything, post the issue on there, put a little video on there and stuff like that, and we can all jump in and try to help you out, okay? Because I really want to build a good community, so that way we can all just help each other, okay? So you guys have a great night. Please be safe. Love you all, and I will see you guys again next Friday at 8 o'clock. And hopefully very soon you guys will see the video on the single needle machine on making these pillows and stuff. And if it passes the muster, then I will put that on the shop, so that way you guys can get the pillows if you want. And Allison, thank you so much to give me the idea of maybe trying to buy a big bulk buy. Let's see what I can come up with and what I can think about, and see what we can do. Okay, so I will talk to you guys later. You guys have a great night. Please stay safe, and I will see you guys next Friday. Bye.